A while ago, I posted a video about some of the things that I would be doing on Swift this season here. I did a short explanation about what I've been doing for the past years I've been on Swift, and the fact that I've been kind of stuck sort of between a rock and a hard place, if you want to call it that, sort of stuck in between the high category Bs and the low category As. Well, what happened with Swift a couple of years ago is that they changed their pacing group way of sort of dividing the different categories instead of just basing it all on watts per kilogram. What they did was introduce what they call race ranking. And what that should mean, or translate to rather, is that if you win a lot of races in B category, at a certain point you're going to be promoted to the A category solely based on your ranking points, whether or not you're actually breaking the watts per kilo limitations. And usually what that means, normally you would just, get into the A group, get caned properly, and then at some point, bounce back into the B group. But I've been trying to see if I can't sort of make some gains somewhere and hopefully kind of establish myself a little bit more in the A group than I've been able to do in earlier years. And I started making changes in my training routine, or rather I only made one real change. That was about mid-June. And what I did was I increased my zone 2 time, or training rather. I didn't do any more zone 2 rides as such. All I did was increase the length and the time. So if I had a 2-hour ride planned, which would normally have been a 2-hour ride in zone 2, I increased it to 3 hours or 2.5. I basically added an hour to every zone 2 training that I did, which translated maybe into 3 hours more on the bike every week, so to speak. And what it has given me so far, as I posted in a video here about a week ago, or 2 weeks ago rather, is that so far it has taken me from a 20-minute power of 300 watts flat, which was about, I think it was late May or maybe early June that I did that one, to a 20-minute power of 312 watts, which was what I did about a week and a half ago. And the only change I made, like I said, is the fact that I have increased the time in zone 2 on my zone 2 rides. That is all, nothing else. I am not eating differently. I am not training intervals differently or anything like that. All I have done is increase the volume of my zone 2 training. That is it. Now, is that going to work for you? I don't know. I'm not a science guy. I'm never going to be a science guy. But apparently this was something that was lacking in my training routine. So who knows? Maybe it's lacking in yours too. Give it a go. I mean, if you got maybe an extra hour or two to put, on the bike a week, try it, see where it takes you. It might work for you, it might not. And, you can easily change back to your proper routine if you're not seeing any effect. But like I said, I got about 12 watts out of it over 20 minutes. So I'm kind of happy with that. I'm not a very heavy guy, so I'm not very powerful either. So 12 watts for me is massive. I'm going to keep doing this for a while, and then I'm going to see if I can keep improving or whether or not I'm going to have to make some different changes here. But stay tuned. We'll see where it takes us.